Hello. I thought I would try to do this live while I'm outside. Now, I live very close to the airport, and let's cross our fingers and hope that not too many planes come by. So far, it's been quiet, so felt inspired. So it's a great day. Beautiful outside. It's August, and it's like 70 degrees, right? So taking advantage of the moment. So I'll give you a few minutes to hop on and join. I wanted to, hey Renee, hey Corey. I wanted to talk about how being right is out and being creative is in. So what does that mean? If you ever met someone who had a lot of knowledge and they wanted to share it, but they wanted to do it in a way that they had to be right. And I've seen a lot of times where people were so attached to being right that they were no longer open. And so their mind starts to fall flat. They're no longer thinking outside the box. And they're just basically doing what they think that they're supposed to do, what they're programmed to do. I remember a situation in my previous job where I had been, oh great, a plane is coming. I had been working in the same industry for a while, and I had to interact with someone who was the new vice president. His way of doing things was extremely outdated, and he didn't have that creative mind. And he was so attached to it being his way. Let's wait for the plane to pass. Everybody say hi while we're waiting for the plane to pass. Okay, sit here. You can do this outside, so it's not a good idea. It's such a gorgeous day, I can't sit in the house. So anyway, he was so attached to it being a certain way that his mind was completely closed off to other ways that were possible. So the reason I say being creative is in is if you have the ability to problem solve and you can look at a situation and really dissect it and be open-minded to different ways to handle it and be able to think outside the box, bring the knowledge that you have and share that, that's really, oh, good morning. Of course you say I'm amazing. That's my fiance. So if you're able to bring the knowledge that you have, but still consider what's possible, that there may be a better way than yours, it's really the best way to approach things, because you can bring your knowledge to the table and then you can have a conversation about it, and there's different ways you can approach it. Maybe there's a new way to handle a situation that you've never even considered. So when you're attached to being right, it's actually lazy, because you're just using the knowledge you have, you're stuck in a box, and you're not going beyond that. So imagine taking the knowledge that you have and just expanding it, right? So you can see all the different possibilities that come in, and you're open. So if people come your way and they say, oh, how about trying it this way? How about trying it that way? That's when you're going to actually be able to start to see growth and more possibilities, and you start moving towards a success mindset as opposed to staying within a box. So exactly, the intelligence of not. So it's really good to just be open-minded, take in what others are saying, bring your knowledge to the table, but not being attached to the outcome, and knowing that you're sharing the information instead of having the attachment to being right. Does that make sense? So let me know if you have any questions, anything that you want to bring to the table, anything you want to share, and let's get the conversations flowing. I think that when I look back to the situation that I shared from before, it could have been handled so much differently. I think something that I've worked really hard to do is to look at things with different approaches and to be able to problem solve things. And I think it comes from somewhat of a survival mindset. I lived on my own since I was 17. I had to figure things out, made a lot of mistakes when I was younger. But it gives you that ability to think on the spot and to and I was just talking to my fiance about it last night. Here comes another plane. You know, it was so quiet out here. I said, this is the perfect day to do a video, and here comes another plane. I don't know how much it disrupts you guys. Oh my God, Alyssa, I have been trying to get a hold of you and Jason. We have to get together. Um, so I was just talking to him about it last night, and sometimes people would say, "Would you trade your life by because I lived on my own so young?" And I'm like, "No, because it wouldn't make me who I am today." And I think that the ability to problem solve is probably one of the strongest traits that someone can have, because you can get yourself out of anything. Like, you never know what life is going to throw at you, right? So it gets you to really start getting creative and start thinking. So I want you to think about a situation that maybe you were attached to being right, and you fought it and you fought it and you fought it and you had to be right. What was the reason that you had that attachment? Oh my God, I didn't know you moved to North Carolina. I'm so out of touch with things. I thought you were still in Long Island. Next year. But think about a time that you were attached to being right about something, and how did it serve you? What was the outcome? Did it actually work to your favor? Probably not. So you weren't sharing the knowledge in a way to help someone else or to grow or even to potentially receive another outcome. You just had to be right. So if you let go of the need to be right, and you just allow it to be a place that you can share knowledge and be creative and open-minded. Another plane. Can you believe this? Then I was so quiet right before I did this video, and now all of these things are coming by the rest of the night. So I apologize. But it was just so nice out. I had to sit out here. And I figured it was a fun day to do a live. I haven't done one on my page in a while, although I've been doing them in my group. I'm starting a forgiveness workshop, a free workshop next week. So if you want to talk about forgiveness or work on self-forgiveness, I actually am in the midst of, I have my notebook right here, I'm in the midst of writing out all the material for next week. So if you're interested in joining the workshop, just send me a message and I'll give you the link. I'm doing it in my Facebook group. So I've been doing videos every day. Last week we did a confidence challenge. It was a lot of fun. So if you're interested in doing that, let me know. If there is someone, something that you need to forgive, or maybe even forgive yourself, be kind to yourself, then come and join the workshop with me. So it's free, it's online, it's in my group. Just send me a message and I'll give you the link. Any questions at all about understanding the concept of letting go of the need to be right and consider being creative and being open-minded and problem solving? Any questions? Okay, I'm going to let you guys go. If you catch this on the replay, feel free to post your comments on here, and I'll hop in and answer them. I may be doing another live later. I'm feeling kind of inspired today. I think it's the beautiful weather. Hopefully there's less planes. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.